Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of NBC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for Wednesday, April the 1st. And we're also going to give a midweek review of the activity over the market. Let's look at our news reports for this morning. What do we have here? Today is Wednesday the 1st. We're expecting at any minute here. Let's see. We have the ADP non-manufacturing inventories. They were expecting a forecast of less than 150,000. Obviously, it was only negative 27,000. That bodes well. The key one, however, today is the PMI manufacturing. And of course, on Thursday is the unemployment claims. That's going to be very, very big. And obviously, on Friday, the unemployment rate. Market is kind of tailing off a little bit in reference to volatility and a little bit of the volume. It's just sitting around absorbing all of the information that's been being gathered in reference to the market in general, all of the economic information from Washington, everything that's happening with the Fed, the stimulus package, and the next stimulus package, or the fourth stimulus package, which is all about infrastructure. We spoke about this channel, market breaking this channel. Then we have this flag pattern here. Market was supposed to be moving in. It actually did between these two levels here, the 20 SMA and the channel. Broke below the channel, stayed within the channel yesterday, broke below it this morning. Now remember, we talked about that there's still a lot of down potential because of the SMA 200, the 50 and the 200 SMA crossover. That's called the death cross. So we can expect more downdraft, and today is no exception. We're expecting the market to move lower. Now, remember, we're looking for a bottom here. We have established a bottom. I believe bottoms are made to be tested. So don't be surprised if somewhere along the line we get near this bottom here somewhere. It can happen. I'm not saying that it will. I'm saying that there's a good potential, because we know that in order for the market to find a little bit of upwind or a little bit of a bullish feel, obviously we need to break above this 20 SMA. There is no doubt about it. We need to stay up. We have to break the 20 SMA. We need to stay above the 20 SMA. In the meantime, where can we expect this market to go? Yesterday's low is a good place. We are, today is Wednesday. Monday's low is probably our next big test here. And we're talking about, let me make sure I got it here, 24.45. That's about 40 points from where we are right now, approximately, give or take a little bit. That's probably the next level that the market wants to retest. After that, just keep looking at bottoms. Just keep looking at previous lows. Whenever you're in doubt, just look left. That's where you get all of your objective prices. It's just looking left. If the market can find strong bottom here, expect a quick recovery, attempting once again to try to hit this 20 SMA. Let's look a little deeper into this market here with another time frame. Let's move here to my next time frame here. And as we can see, remember guys, this market began a recovery, well, at least within the context of where we are. Back on the 25th, we started here, I believe we were about 21.84. We got as high as 22.69. This is the top that we were talking about previously. Market hits the top, hits both tops, and the market is retracing off this area. And remember, we had talked about these particular areas here. Let me get rid of this Fibonacci here so we can see this a little bit more clearer. Hold on. Let me get rid of the fib. There we go. We had talked about this support and resistance area that goes way back. This one here, this is your resistance. This is your support. Market broke above it. It could not hold as support this time. We have a trend line, market broke through. We have a temporary support here. The market cannot continue here. Now, that's why I'm saying we have a lot of down potential. We have quite a bit of a down potential. Remember, this area here has not been retested here. This is the bottom here. This has not been retested here. So the market could potentially go retest that. It may not do it all in one day, but it could do it ultimately sometime towards the end of this week, or still beginning next week. Unless something dramatic happens, unless we start seeing the numbers for coronavirus completely flatten out, or we start seeing the downturn, I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But while the news is bad about cases, people infected, and unfortunately people dying, I think on the other side, the stimulus package plus all of the advancements that are being done in reference to finding a cure or making testing faster are also kind of balance out this market. Remember, we're technical traders. A lot of this stuff has already been accounted for here in our market. Let's go to another chart here, closer to our trade chart here. And what we see here is the market pretty much breaking below the intraday low of yesterday. You can see it, the intraday low of yesterday. Market cleanly breaks through it. This is a huge run to the downside. I was just looking for a top. Kind of have a kind of like a trend line kind of forming here. This could, to me, this is more like a resistance level here. So we got the run. There's your bottom. There's your top, and we got a slight run to the downside here. You can even do this right now, and so you can gauge it better. So that's where we are right now. We still have a lot of potential to the downside today. So, you know, just at this point, you're selling pullbacks. Selling pullbacks, remember, volatility is still high. Don't be jumping into the first thing you see. Make sure you get good areas where you can protect your stop and put in your stops. If anything if you've learned anything at all about this market, is that if you don't place a stop, you can lose your account. So please place your stops. Take care and have a great session.